Hi kids, welcome to Sunday School. It is so great to see you. Hey, I've got a friend that I want you to meet. He calls himself Mr. Powerman. He's a really funny guy. Are you ready to meet Mr. Powerman? Ta-da! Hey kids, I'm Mr. Powerman. I have the power to control a lot of things. I have the power over water. I can control water coming out from the tap with just one finger. Watch this. Ooh. Water out. Water stop. Water out. Water stop. I'm Colin! What? You can do that too? Okay, fine. But do you have the power to control the wind? I can. I can control the wind with my other finger. Watch this. Wind on. Wind off. I'm Powerman. So, I have the power to control both the wind and the water. Whenever I want the water to come out from the tap, I can make it come out. And when I'm done with washing my hands, I can also make it stop. Whenever I want some wind, I simply turn on the fan. And after I'm done with it, I can also simply command the wind to stop with the press of my finger. Water out. Water stop. Yup, I can control the wind and water. Do you know what that means? That means that I am Powerman. Oh look! It's 5 o'clock. And what a beautiful day it is outside. It's time for Mr. Powerman to go and have some fun in the park. I know. I'll bring my ball, I'll bring my frisbee, and maybe I'll even ride my bicycle to the park. Do you want to join me? Come on, let's go! Aha! I'm all packed up and ready to go to the park. Let's go, let's go! Mr. Powerman was so excited to go to the park. He was ready to have lots of fun under the sun. But just as Mr. Powerman left his house, there came a huge storm. The winds blew, the lightning flashed across the sky, and the thunders roared. Boom! And the rain came pouring down. What? Why must it be storming now? Oh, I know. I'll just command wind, the water to stop. I'll tell the storm to stop. Count to 3. And then I will tell the storm to stop. Ready? 1, together. 2, 3, stop! Stop! Stop, storm! Oh, stop! Please, stop! Stop! It's not working. Stop!
Hey, Mr. Colin.
Oh, hey, Emma.
What are you doing here?
I'm telling the storm to stop,
Oh,
but it's not listening to me.
I'm sorry to say this, but nobody can make a storm stop.
I know.
Well, sure you can control the water from the tap or switch on the fan if you want to, but you can't control weather. Nobody can. And you can't make the storm to stop. Only Jesus has that kind of power.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus can stop the storm?
Yeah. You know what? Let's go back into the house and we'll get Teacher Joel to tell us that true story from the Bible about Jesus calming the storm.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi kids, it's Teacher Joel here. I want to tell you a true story about Jesus calming the storm. Jesus can calm the storm because he is the king over everything, even over the wind and the waves. He's the king over all of God's creation. Let's now read from the story in the Bible. This story is taken from Mark chapter 4, verse 35 to 41. One evening, Jesus told his disciples to go with him across a lake. So they all got on a boat and set out into the deep waters. But not long after, a very strong wind blew across the waters. The winds blew stronger and stronger, and the waves grew larger and larger, beating against the boat. The water grew so high that some of it even got into the boat. The boat rocked and rocked, and the disciples became so afraid. Ah! Help! But Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat. The disciples woke him up. They said, "Teacher Jesus, do you not care about us? We're all going to drown!" Ah! Jesus stood up and commanded the wind and the waves to stop. He said, "Quiet! Be still!" Then the wind stopped and the lake became calm. Jesus said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith in me? After the disciples saw Jesus calming the storm, they became afraid of Jesus. They asked each other, "What kind of man is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Kids, that is a very good question. What kind of man is Jesus that even the wind and the waves obey him? Like Mr. Powerman, we can only turn the tap on and off the water, but even Mr. Powerman couldn't stop the storm. All Jesus had to do was say, "Quiet! Be still!" and the storm immediately stopped. Can you stop the storm, kids? Only Jesus has the power to control the wind and the waves. Jesus can do that because Jesus is the king over everything. Because Jesus is king, all of nature obeys him. And so we must also learn to trust and obey King Jesus. Kids, let's now pray to Jesus, asking him to help us trust him, to listen to him, and to obey him, because he is also our King. Dear King Jesus, we've learned from today's story that you are the King. You are a powerful King. Even the wind and the waves obey you. So help me to trust in you when I'm scared, and teach me to listen to you and to obey you. Amen.
Hi kids, it's memory verse time. Today's memory verse is taken from the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 29. In this verse, we see Jesus asking his disciples, who do they think he is? And one of his disciples, Peter, said, "You are the Christ," which means Jesus is the chosen King. Let's do this verse together. Then Jesus said, "Who do you say I am?" And Peter answered, "You are the Christ." Let's do it one more time. Mark chapter 8, verse 29. Then Jesus asked them, "Who do you say I am?" And Peter answered, "You are the Christ." Good job, kids.
So, who is Jesus that even the wind and the waves obey him? Well, he is the Christ. That means Jesus is God's chosen King. It's time for songs, so let's sing along with Teacher Munken about Jesus our King.
Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus is the King. He is the King. He commanded the fishermen, "Hey, come follow me." And they did.
And they did,
And they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus is the King. He is the King. commanded the evil ones, hey, come out of him. And they did,
And they did,
and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one who conquered God. Jesus, Jesus is the King. He is the King. He commanded the wind and waves, hey, be still, be still. And they did,
and they did,
and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one who conquered God. Jesus, Jesus is the King. He is the King. He promised that 3 days after death He'd rise again. And He did, and He did, and He did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised one, the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one who conquered Lord. Jesus, Jesus is the King. He is the King.
Let's sing one more song, and this song is about Jesus being the mighty, mighty King. That means that He is the boss. I'm not the boss, you are not the boss, but King Jesus is the boss. Let's sing.
Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. God made Him the boss of everything, and Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Katie is not the boss, KN is not the boss, Judea is not the boss, Jesus is the boss, 'cause Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. God made Him the boss of everything, and Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Emma is not the boss, Mom Kent is not the boss, Auntie Nat is not the boss, Jesus is the boss, 'cause Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. God made Him the boss of everything, and Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Now you are not the boss, I am not the boss, They are not the boss, Jesus is the boss, 'cause Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. God made Him the boss of everything, and Jesus is the mighty, mighty. Jesus is the mighty, mighty. Jesus is the mighty, mighty King. Yes, sir.